everythings. I hope that you all are doing well. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you would like to get notified anytime that new reads are being posted, please feel free to subscribe and also hit that notification bell so that you can get those notifications, okay? This read is going to be for Capricorn. Capricorn, I'm seeing that the cycle of this read is specifically influenced by the planet Uranus. Uranus goes through an orbital cycle every 84 years. Uranus and its influence specifically have to do with the greater good of humanity. So whatever it is that you're going through during the cycle of this read, or in general for the fullness of time, right? Because that includes the future. It is for the greater good of humanity. So just take that into consideration. Also, I'm seeing the element fire. So the element fire has to do with the western wind, conversations, creativity, your vibration, the planets Mars. Mars goes through an orbital cycle every 2 years. Mars influences the experience of politics and having a sense of responsibility. And I'm also seeing the planet Saturn. It's associated with the element fire. Saturn goes through an orbital cycle every 30 years. Saturn goes through an orbital cycle every 30 years, and that influences the experience of karmic lessons. So learning karmic lessons, going through it, overcoming it, okay? I am seeing that the spirit of true self is seeking security in a winning style. So I'm also seeing that you may be in an energy of feeling like you're about to take this party to a whole nother level. Could have to do with your political party, whatever that may mean. Only you know. Take it how it resonates. I am seeing the word teachers being involved with taking this party to a whole nother level. So there could be something going on with your style, your ability or abilities to be able to seek security and actually find security in some sense of winning, and how teachers are associated with that, okay, or involved in it. I am seeing that the soul has been teaching the spirit of true self a lesson about perception in regard to freedom. So this could have a lot to do with freedom and also feminist, okay, so or feminism. So take it as it resonates. I'm also seeing that the soul has been teaching the spirit of true self a lesson about the perception of partnership within the community in regard to being in love. So I'm seeing that during the cycle of this read, Capricorn, you may have just learned a really big lesson in regard to how the perception of partnership in regard to being in love, and how feminism and a sense of freedom all play a major role in the lives of teachers, how life can be a teacher to Uranus, the planet, right? For the greater good of humanity, okay? Ooh. I'm also seeing how some things may be a shock to you. So I'm seeing sudden change, shocking news, surprise, and epiphany, some type of transformation. I'm also seeing a poker face where you may be taking a chance, risk, or options, not showing your hand, or gambling in a certain situation. Or maybe you feel like feminists do this, or women do that, or somewhere along the lines that being in love has something to do with your freedom, right? And so I'm also seeing the cut down card. Cut down has to do with cutting out, separation, stopping a pattern, or some type of silent treatment. And then I'm also seeing the ship card. The ship card represents cutting ties, moving on, receiving what it is that you need, progression, and arriving. So you may be in a time of transition, going through the process of cutting out old ideas, old ways, old patterns, and then moving on to something new. There is a sense of like gambling or trying to figure things out, taking risks, not necessarily showing your hand, though, doing the things that are necessary for you to be able to commit to that transformation and to move forward, okay? It is freedom that is what it is that you're looking forward to in regard to the perception card. So, the Eastern Wind, that has to do with the soul teaching the spirit of true self about perception. So let's get into the read. If you're not familiar with how it is that I do my reads, I do them based on time that has been offered or is available to me for me to be able to share the message with you. The time that has been offered to me is the Ace of Rods. The Ace of Rods represents like something new, like a tool. It could be a car, it could be a phone, it could be a computer, anything that is resourceful to help you get done what it is that you need to get done, right? So Ace of Rods is definitely a representation of a new tool, so thank you for that. Don't know what it is yet. I'm gonna say thank you ahead of time. So I really needed that. That's all I'm gonna say. So with the Ace of Rods, it's being received as like a reflective, gleaming, polished thing. Ooh, that's nice. Also cool. So thank you. Then the energy that I see you in for the cycle of the read is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is like where you may have felt stuck or like a little bit out of place. You feel balanced and leveled, and not really worried about the way that you perceive things, because like I said, you're balanced in your perspective, okay? You're being received in this energy as comical, amusing, funny. You may have even made some jokes about some things that, you know, people take very seriously. And rather than being overwhelmed with things that are outside of your control, you're kind of just like joking about it because it's better than crying about it, right? So I'm seeing you in this energy as not complicated, not complaining is another thing that I'm seeing, right? So the emotions and the specific messages associated with this read for the cycle of it and the fullness of time are that it's a lesson learned, for you to feel satisfied, for you to feel reliable, for you to feel lucky, for you not to feel terrified, for you not to be panicked, right? So someone wants to know, more about you, or you want to know more about someone else, for you to feel thankful. Right? It says it's all happening for a reason. And for you not to feel like weary or worried because you're vulnerable, okay? I do know the feeling of being vulnerable is not comfortable at all. Like, being vulnerable is just a part of our human condition, right? You being human, vulnerability is one of those things. Though in this read, it's just like, it's okay. Like, that's a part of acceptance of being human. That, needless to say, maybe it's a part of our covenant with God, because that's the one person that that's the one energy entity. We don't even want to confine God to just being a person, right? That's the one thing about our great God, right? The creator of all, is that that's the one being, energy, resource that we can always be vulnerable with, and that accepts us as we are and stands with us, holds our hand as we grow, right? Okay, so in the challenging position for this read, I am seeing that whatever news may have been shocking, or, you know, change may be sudden, or, you know, there's just something new and different and kind of shocking that you weren't expecting. Though I'm not seeing a tower, so it's not like a bad thing, right? It's just something that's surprising to you. That's what it is. Like, it's something that is just surprising to you, shocking to you, maybe caught you a little bit off guard. And I'm seeing that that's your transformation. The fact that you're changing. Maybe it's news to you. It's funny though, you know, it's true. I'm just saying, like, maybe it just might be news to you that you're changing, you're transforming, you're becoming a different person. And not for the worse, because freedom is involved, right? And Uranus is specifically involved in the cycle of this read. So whatever it is that you experienced has to do with for the greater good of humanity. So you should be so honored, right? And that's just what I'm seeing, like, that it's just kind of shocking to you that even whatever is going on with you specifically is contributing to what's going on in the whole entire world. And you are that special, so welcome to Earth. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing, because you're in transition to the next phase of your life, healing your inner child, releasing and letting go of the past, evolving and growing. And there may be a sense of like you hiding your true feelings, or someone is gaslighting you or pretending and diluting like your emotions or something like that. Or you just may be doing that. Just take it as it resonates. I'm just seeing that that's something that's like in a challenging position, and it could have to do with like the ship and like cutting ties and being able to move on and let go of the past, and that whole shock of your own evolution, like, wow, I really am changing, or wow, the world really is changing. And the one being, entity, energy, planet, really, because the Earth is alive, so surely the other planets are alive, right? That is a witness, right, to how humanity is changing, is Uranus. Okay? 84-year cycle. It's been seeing something, right? It's been seeing how some things have changed for the greater of humanity. So just take that with a grain of salt, and let's keep this thing going, right? During the cycle of the read, I am seeing that you are receiving judgment, okay? During this judgment, you were received as not risky, not hazardous, not dangerous, okay? So even as the card may say that there was a poker face going on, I am seeing that the judgment is that you're not risk. Like, you're not a risk, okay? You're safe. And I'm also seeing that paired with the 7 of Rods, and it's because like you had to defend yourself. That vulnerability that you were in a lot of different ways, you have to defend yourself. And anyone from the sidelines can point and judge, and they can say whatever it is that they want to say, though they could not take a walk in your shoes because it would probably be uncomfortable. Your level of vulnerability will always be uncomfortable to the next person. And I saw like a commercial with, I think it's like Lancome, and Julia Roberts is in the commercial, and she's like all dressed up really nice. She's a celebrity. She's at this fancy party. Everybody's all dressed up nice. Though the noise of the people in the place, and she's in the elevator, and the bellboy is in the elevator with her, and she's like, that party is uncomfortable. I want to be somewhere where I'm comfortable, and sometimes that's just me being by myself. So she gets out of the fancy dress, and she just puts on like her little suit, and she goes and stands on like the pied-à-terre at the top of the building, and she's just like getting fresh air. It's like cool to be at the party, though. Sometimes it is very relaxing and a great relief to just be by yourself. And what I'm saying is that kind of vulnerability that you have, you only you understand that vulnerability. Only God understands what your vulnerability is. Do you give that vulnerability to God and stand strong in who it is that you are, and that you have the strength and the ability to overcome those challenges? Because whatever anybody else has to say, it doesn't matter what they say. Because they're not in your skin, they're not in your shoes, and they could never. Those same people that are trying to talk bad about you or make you feel bad about decisions that you have made could never walk in those same shoes. Let's just be transparent, and there's a reason for that. The most funny and interesting one is that your body, your vessel, did not choose their spirit. Okay? And that's just all facts, because your spirit animates your body, right? And when you're like a little sperm seed, when you're like a little sperm seed going to the egg, like eventually, like there has to be like an agreement. This body chooses the spirit that animates it. And the reality of it is a lot of other sperm that are in there with you, my friend. And your body did not choose their spirits. It chose yours. So take it as it resonates. The judgment is the 7 of rods. That you had to defend yourself. And you rather do things safely, the safe way, right? You're being received in this energy as important, prominent, powerful, influential, also relaxed, relaxing, calm, peaceful. I'm seeing that you took the peaceful route rather than arguing and fighting and quarreling with people, trying to be their karma. Some people do that, right? Some people, like, in the midst of whatever it is that they're experiencing with other people, which are a reflection of them, they feel like they should be that other person's karma. That is not my cup of tea, okay? I do not choose to be other people's karma. I give them grace and give them to God. You need grace and space, okay? So with this judgment, you have the 7 of rods. You're not being received as risky, so good for you. On to your future, right? Speaking of our future, I am an independent government contractor. That means that I go out and I do volunteer service projects, which also means that I have a fundraiser going on right now, so you need to check it out, okay? Or you could have just fast forward through that whole thing until you saw me in this lovely orange thankful hoodie again. Right? Either way, I would like to thank you all so much for being so supportive of the channel. All of your donations are welcomed and appreciated, really, 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 because I am in the process of taking on a new government contract and we need that funding. So thank you ahead of time for all of your donations and all of your shares, your likes, your comments, as they also help the prosperity and the growth of the channel. Even if you cannot donate anything, thank you for your prayers. Thank you for keeping me in your prayers. Thank you for having me in your heart. And I'm so grateful that God has given me a heart for me to be able to have y'all in. Okay. Hopefully it don't stop. Hopefully my heart doesn't stop making space and caring for others, right? I don't want to ever have my heart closed off to love and compassion and kindness, right? So let's just get back to your read. I'm not about to get all mushy and stuff. Okay, so in your future, I'm seeing the 2 of Pentacles. You have to make a decision, okay? You have to decide on something. Though I just strongly suggest, like, don't worry about it. Worrying is not going to help you make a better decision. I literally prayed this morning, my usual prayer, though one of the things that I kind of identified is like, God, I've just like kind of been worrying about certain stuff that's really outside of my control. And you and I both know that I always tell my everythings not to worry about stuff that's outside of their control because they can't control it, right? It's kind of pointless. So please help me with that. So what I can suggest is just surrendering that worry and replacing it with gratitude and appreciation, acceptance for what is now. You are never without God, right? You can always have that conversation. You can always pray, even if you're in the middle of a room with a bunch of people. And it's true. Very true. No one can take that truth away from you. It lives inside of you, right? So with this 2 of Pentacles, don't worry about it. I know there are decisions that you have to make. Though if you're asking God to like help guide you and say that you're grateful that you even have the opportunity to make that decision, right? God will help you. There is that free will thing, though at the same time you also want to make sure that you're following your heart, right? You're prioritizing the wellness of your soul and spiritual maturity. So try that and give yourself grace and give grace to others, because there is no perfect choice. So you're being received in this energy as like worldly. So whatever it is that you are contemplating has to do with what's going on in the world. You are being received as like sophisticated and experienced. So people are also receiving you as someone that's like well rehearsed and familiar with what it is that you're being asked to make a decision on. Okay, you're also being received as like charismatic, magnetic, charming. So like I said, being grateful for the fact that you even can make that decision, because you probably signed up with God to be able to make that decision. And I know that it may seem like it's kind of overwhelming. However, you have the ability to let go of things of the past and be able to move on to a better future. Okay? You're also being received in this energy as not scared and not horrified, because you know that you got God with you and you're going to get through this. So then I'm seeing that you will get justice. You got that justice card coming in. You're being received as peculiar, eccentric, not like everyone else. Okay, maybe a little bit different, though. You're not worn, frayed. You're not frazzled or like torn apart or torn away or anything like that. Like you come into this justice whole and balanced. Okay, then I'm seeing that there's this Queen of Swords energy. So this Queen of Swords energy could either be you or it could be someone else. This could be like a mother figure or a aunt or a girlfriend or a wife or whatever the situation is. This is someone that is setting boundaries and trying to give you options. Okay? So this could either be you, like I said, that you're going over your options based off of the justice that was given to you, or this could be someone else that's trying to like maybe help you, or they're the ones that are like setting the boundaries. So you're being received in this energy as like worldly. So whatever it is that you are contemplating has to do with what's going on in the world. You are being received as like sophisticated and experienced. So people are also receiving you as someone that's like well rehearsed and familiar with what it is that you're being asked to make a decision on. Okay, you're also being received as like charismatic, magnetic, charming. So like I said, being grateful for the fact that you even can make that decision, because you probably signed up with God to be able to make that decision. And I know that it may seem like it's kind of overwhelming. However, you have the ability to let go of things of the past and be able to move on to a better future. Okay? You're also being received in this energy as not scared and not horrified, because you know that you got God with you and you're going to get through this. So then I'm seeing that you will get justice. You got that justice card coming in. You're being received as peculiar, eccentric, not like everyone else. Okay, maybe a little bit different, though. You're not worn, frayed. You're not frazzled or like torn apart or torn away or anything like that. Like you come into this justice whole and balanced. Okay, then I'm seeing that there's this Queen of Swords energy. So this Queen of Swords energy could either be you or it could be someone else. This could be like a mother figure or a aunt or a girlfriend or a wife or whatever the situation is. This is someone that is setting boundaries and trying to give you options. Okay? So this could either be you, like I said, that you're going over your options based off of the justice that was given to you, or this could be someone else that's trying to like maybe help you, or they're the ones that are like setting the boundaries and stuff for, you know what I mean? So whoever this Queen of Swords is, they're being received in an energy of not being dismal, sorrowful, or bummed out. This Queen of Swords is also being received as innovative, maybe even a little bit rebellious, distinguished, extraordinary, acclaimed, and also a little bit spicy. Okay, so that could either be you or that could be someone else. I'm seeing the Gemini card be pulled into this. Either be the Gemini that is the Queen of Swords energy, or, you know, you could be the one putting up these boundaries with, or something like that. Okay. So I am also seeing or this could be like a third party, something like that may be going on. Or this person could be two-faced. That could also be it. So just take it as it resonates, only you know. So then I'm seeing that you will be in the Two of Rods energy. The Two of Rods energy is like the rod and thy staff are with me. So you pretty much have like the whole world in your hands, and then God is with you to help you be able to move forward and help make these better decisions as you are in this time of transformation and moving on. Okay? You're being received in this Two of Rods energy as enchanting, captivating, charming, also principled, conscientious, genuine, and not mischievous, not sneaky. You know what I mean? Like, you're being genuine in the actions that you're taking moving forward. This may have to do with a relationship that you have with a Gemini, though in some kind of way this Gemini energy is involved. Okay. I'm also seeing that you will be in the Four of Rods energy. So the Four of Rods energy provides like some type of stability, security. So this Four of Rods energy represents foundation. You are being received in this energy as like appealing, attractive. So maybe you attracted this kind of energy, as well as intelligent and delightful. Okay? Then as far into your future as I can see is the Ten of Pentacles. What a way to close out a read, right? So with this Ten of Pentacles, I'm seeing like financial abundance, security, stability, abundance, really. So that is what it's giving with the Ten of Pentacles, like financially secure and stable and not having to worry about anything financially. It's like a financial wish has been granted, right? You're being received in this energy as like inspirational, stimulating, inspiring, also talented, gifted, and skillful. So in some kind of way, maybe your skills, your talents, your gifts have been the reason why you will be in this Ten of Pentacles energy. You don't have to worry about money anymore. So to you, Capricorn, I say congratulations. I do send you love and light and healing energy, and I will see you all next time.